China's ambitious plan to compete with Elon's Starlink. In a bid to compete with Elon Musk's Starlink, China's military-industrial complex has decided to build its first constellation of very low Earth orbit satellites. SpaceX's Starlink at present has launched nearly 3,500 satellites in the lower Earth orbit. Starlink plans to scale up the constellation to 12,000 satellites in the next few years. As per some reports, in the few decades, the number will be further increased to 42,000. China's Aerospace Science and Industry Corps now plans to counter Starlink with its own constellation of satellites. Given efficient and cheaper costs of transmission associated with low Earth orbit satellites, China now plans to launch its first ever constellation of low Earth orbit satellites by September this year. Until now, Chinese state-backed satellite agency has not disclosed the number of satellites it seeks to deploy. The satellites will operate in the lower level of the lower Earth orbit itself, between 150 and 300 kilometers. Despite China's efforts to launch Starlink competitor, it will be more than a decade away from catching up with Starlink's constellation numbers. China's existing constellation in the lower Earth orbit altitude is expected to rise to 4,000 satellites by 2027. However, China's satellite network plans to raise the number to 13,000. This is not the first time Starlink has featured this closely in China's commercial and military discourse on space satellites. Last year, a paper by a Chinese scientist proposed creating capabilities to destroy Starlink satellites through anti-satellite capabilities, combining soft and hard-kill methods to destroy constellation's operating system. One reason for growing sense of fear around Starlink satellites could be the recent use of the satellites by Ukraine's military during the war. To avoid perception surrounding use of Starlink satellite-enabled internet for military operations, SpaceX has started regulating its service to Ukraine. The company claims to have blocked the use of Starlink for operating drones by Ukraine's military, as it went against the contract with the Ukrainian government, which allows the use of service for humanitarian purposes, such as providing internet connectivity to schools, banks, and hospitals. Second, while China's aim to develop constellation of low Earth orbit satellites may primarily be strategic, it might as well be commercial to provide a satellite-based communication to Chinese consumers, as well as to sell similar services to Chinese and non-Chinese telecom companies operating in and out of the country. I'm Usama Nizamani, and this was your Daily Dispatch.